I'm listening to this, I'm okay. However, if I asked you each to come and speak up the front, and the camera's on you and there's an audience there, some of you would still be okay, some of you, though, would not be okay. And those would be the guys that that would tell you whether the guys were cool or not. It would not be the content of the words, it wouldn't be anything you said, it would be how comfortable you were and what you were projecting. Sometimes in situations, in the past, I always found myself in situations where I wasn't okay. So I'm invited to a nightclub, never went, never really went to nightclubs, wasn't comfortable there, didn't like the music, didn't know how to dance, couldn't make eye contact with women, I just wasn't comfortable. So I'm in that environment, I'm like, I'm not okay. And I meet someone, I'm like, I'm not okay, you're okay, and in that situation, they can't view me as cool. If I go to a nightclub now, it's like I'm in my house. I'm very comfortable there, and I really feel that I'm okay. I'm okay talking to beautiful women. I'm okay meeting anyone I could meet. I'm okay dancing. I'm okay not doing anything. I'm okay doing whatever I want. So if I meet someone, I'm like, I'm okay, and they feel that. So the first part of being cool is self-approval. You have to project at all times that sense of I'm okay, wherever you are. Is something that can really vary. So I could be in the club tonight and I could try and frame it in a way that I wasn't okay. And I could say something like, oh, I'm out, all these guys are watching me, I'm meant to be the best PUA, and they might see me talk to a girl and she might, blow me out or something, and what's going to happen with this, and I hope this goes well. And I could build it up into a whole situation of I'm not okay, and then I'd be like this. And then I'd meet someone, and my response would be off because of that. I'd either try too hard, hey, how you doing? and be really fake, or I'd just be nervous and uncomfortable. Something would show that is uncool behaviour, and people would, he's not cool, they'd see it. I'm okay, he's not, they'd see it. Likewise, I can frame it in the natural way to frame it. I've been to this place a bunch of times, I know some people, I'm here with friends, it's all good, we're going to have a good time. Cool, I'm okay. In the past, like I said, I used to frame everything as I'm not okay, whether it's meeting women, whether it's meeting guys, meeting other PUAs, I always assumed they were better than me. And I realized that I could take a bit more control over things. So in a recent example, I had to do something for live TV. It was Big Brother. I had to go on there and I had to comment on things. And it was unscripted. So I knew roughly some bits that I was going to say, but on the rest of it, I didn't. And I was sitting there in the audience, just waiting to go up. And in that moment, I'll be honest, I had a confidence issue. So I didn't feel quite right in that moment. I was like, shit, there's 25 people watching in the audience in the studio. There's all the crew there. There's this person, the producer on the show, that invited me along and went to their boss and said, let's get Richard in, I think he'll be really good. So, God, I've got that responsibility and that pressure there. There's cameras all around. The host is someone that, does this every day. He does it every day of the week. This program's on every single day, and he's doing an hour every day. It's been his dream all his life to be on TV. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, I'm not okay in that moment. But what I've realized is that I can take control over that. And from putting myself in all of these different positions, difficult situations, things that I haven't dealt with before, and things that I'm not comfortable dealing with, I've come up with a way to get over that and to make sure that I always feel that I'm okay. And I basically, wherever I am, I find the frame that will work. I will find the frame that will make me okay in that situation. So, different ways to do it. And in this situation, I was like, I'm the expert. They called me in for a reason. No one expects me to be some, TV host or anything. I just have to do my job and whatever. If it goes badly, who gives a shit anyway? Who's watching it anyway? I'll probably, ask if anyone saw it. No one's seen it. It's not affecting my business, not affecting my long-term reputation. It really doesn't matter. And I looked at, the people around. I was like, who are these people? I'm never going to see them again. And I built up this frame, which was, I don't give a shit, and I'm really cool, and I've done tougher things than this. I've talked about this stuff a lot of times. I've been in front of cameras before. I can do it. It's no big deal. And what happened was, my brain was filled with 10 negative thoughts before, and then before I went on, my brain was filled with 10 positive thoughts. And right before I went on, I didn't feel any nerves or anything like that. I go and meet the guy, the host, and I shake his hand, and his hand's sweaty, and mine's dry. And I was like, oh, yeah, he does it every day, and he's like that. So I sat down, and I was completely comfortable with it. And really the sense of I'm not okay or I'm okay is not based on the situation, it's based on your perception and the way you frame it. So you're in a nightclub tonight, you know, let's say it's an incredibly intimidating environment. Let's say that every guy in there is richer and cooler than you, and let's say that every girl in there is beautiful and bitchy. Now, let's just imagine that environment. Natural tendency for guys is to go in there and say, I'm not okay, I'm really not okay. What am I going to do? Shit. That's the natural tendency. Let's try and find a positive frame. You go in there, let's say you've never been to a club like that before. You go in there and you say, I've shown the ability to learn things over time. I've got comfortable in places that I haven't been comfortable with initially. I'm studying this PUA stuff. I've got an edge over every guy in here that doesn't do that. I'm not a guy that normally goes to these places. The women in here are meeting the same men over and over again. They've got the same jobs, they're the same people. I'm a little bit different because I'm not part of this scene. And you start to go in there. If someone looks at you and thinks, oh, they look, you know, they stand out, they're not wearing the right clothes, or they don't, you know, they're not often in, I don't see them here, I haven't seen them here before. Instead of thinking they're different, they're bad, because they see that you're not okay with that, they're different, they're okay, that's cool, that's interesting, and they start thinking of you in a positive way. So whatever situation you're going into, you can frame it in one of two ways, and that's what dictates how cool you come across. So you could meet, you know, a celebrity or someone you know, in a networking situation, you want to really, you know, advance your career and meet this person, make this contact. And you could go in and think, oh shit, you know, they're so successful, they're better than me, and they're going to think I'm an idiot, and I'll do it. And you could go in and be like, hi, like that. And in some way it's going to come out. That sense of I'm not okay is never misinterpreted by the other person. You know, you can always meet someone and you know whether they're comfortable, whether they think I'm okay or I'm not okay. Something that's instantly judged. And when we talk about, throughout so many areas, we talk about the first 5 seconds being the most important. If it's a job interview, you know, if it is a first impression with a woman, all of those decisions, they're made in the first 5 seconds. And the basis of that is they're saying, is he okay? That is what they're judging. So take a bit of control over that. Start tonight. Your goal tonight is to just be comfortable. Does everyone think they can just be comfortable and have fun as a group? Yeah. That's a goal. Does everyone believe that if they went into this uncomfortable situation 5 times, that they'd be more comfortable by the 5th time? Yeah? All right. Does everyone think that if they worked out how things worked, if they listened to, you know, the rest of the stuff on this course, that they'd be a bit more comfortable and feel like they had a little bit of an edge over the other guys and knew what to do with the women a little bit better? Yeah? And then does everyone think as they started to get success and things started to progress and they had nice interactions with women, with guys, that they'd be even more confident? All right? So knowing that that's ahead of you, could you go in and, even if the situation's completely different, be like, I'm okay? Yeah? I mean, let's say I got dumped on another planet tomorrow where everyone is just 10 times cooler. And I'm just like a complete dweeb, you know, like I used to be when I was in Cambridge. And I go into that situation, I'm like, oh God, everyone's cooler than me. They've all got this, this, and this. And I'm from that uncool planet. They're all going to think I'm really, you know, God, what's going to happen? I could say like that. I could be like, I'm not okay. But I could actually go into this situation where I'm the least cool person. And I could say, you know what? I've been in this situation before, and I got to the top. Now, I've been in a situation where no one liked me. Now I'm really popular. I've been in a situation where I was really uncool. I've been in the worst of the worst situation, and I've managed to sort it out, and I've done it quickly. So there's no reason why this situation's any different. And it's actually a good thing, because these guys are going to bring me up, being in this situation. And I come into that situation, I'm like, yeah, how you doing? And they're like, huh. He's got something about him, this guy. Why is he so confident? I've got to work this out. It's interesting. Hey, this guy's cool, come and meet him. That's what they do. I'd get in very quickly and things would just happen. So think about the situations where you think, I'm not okay, which is code for I'm not cool. Think about all those situations and think about ways you can frame it in the present that will make it completely comfortable for you. All of the times when I'm in the spotlight or I'm on stage or something's going to be filmed, it's going to be around forever, I've managed to pull it out the bag somehow, even if it's the first time. First time I was on TV, first time I was on the radio, first time speaking to a big audience. I managed just in those minutes before to crowd out those negative beliefs and to present the best version of myself. If I had a job interview tomorrow, let's say I'd been unemployed for a few months and I've been to 10 job interviews and then I didn't get the job any time. Before that job interview, I could think, oh, they're probably interviewing loads of people. There's probably going to be people better than me. I've not got all those other jobs. This job wasn't even, perfect for me. Oh God, and you go in and you're like, hi, how you doing? And you try and fake it because you've got to smile and be confident. But on some level, they pick it up. What do they pick up? I'm not okay. And they don't hire you based on that. Your CV doesn't matter in that situation. They go in based on that sense they get, the feeling they get from you. On the other hand, you go in, you're preparing for that interview and you're saying, yeah, I can do that job. I'm going to be good at it. I'm a hard worker. I did all those jobs in the past. I'm qualified for it. This person's going to like me. People generally like me. In my old company, I got on with people. Who's interviewing? Steve and Karen. Oh, Steve and Karen. Yeah, I bet they're really nice people. I can really imagine myself sitting there working and, yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah. I believe that the right things happen to me, that things happen for a reason. I wasn't meant to get those other jobs. Let's see if I'm meant to get this one. And you go and you're like, hey, how you doing? And you're okay, and they feel it. And you're presenting all of those qualities that they look for, the confidence, the comfort, the authenticity, everything is there that is not there when we're not okay. Because cool is basically expressed through different behaviours. It's everything from the way we speak, the way we walk, the way we talk, but it all comes from that base.